Well, and then Drew's telling me like he hides it, but the Tom King thing, he's actually into it. Like there's definitely issues that he's like digging on, and he just plays it up, for the YouTube or whatever.
Yeah, and you know what? Like when we go live later on, I bet like Chris Barrett's going to be in the chat.
Well, yeah,
guaranteed. Chris Barrett's going to be in the chat. He's always in the chat.
Did you guys think Drew would be taller when we met him in Baltimore? I thought he'd be like a tall guy.
Yeah, he's pretty tiny overall.
All right, so squad goals for the show. Less awkward pauses, right? We're gonna do that.
I mean, maybe.
I didn't say none. I said just less.
Yeah,
obviously.
Who are we trying to be more
like a racist spec thing? Is that okay?
Yeah, do more racist spec.
No,
I don't know. A hard pass on that one.
I'm just saying.
Let's try it without this time and just see how people react.
I think the joke was funny. I think the joke, I think it was good.
Well, you're the Dave Chappelle of comics, so
Right?
Yeah.
Why didn't you guys go with the mustaches? I thought that was like a whole. I thought this was like a thing.
That's right. I'm sorry. We told you to shave in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
that was the agreement.
Joke's on you, buddy.
Right.
You could have communicated.
Yeah,
like I feel like we got some communication issues that we got to work out before the next show.
Yeah.
So. All right. Man, Instagram is so boring tonight, you guys. It's
and comics are terrible. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm kind of done with comics.
Whoa.
Yeah, the whole COPPA thing, we can be done, right? We just be done with this whole thing.
Yeah.
Don't say that on the show, though, okay? Because we want to come back.
Well, yeah,
obviously don't say it on the show.
John's comics with teenagers. John's comics.
No, it's still bad.
That's worse.
That's worse.
With the mustache, it's almost worse. Like,
right.
No, I think everything with the mustache is worse.
Yeah, if you think of something good, I mean, I don't know.
How about just John's comics mustache?
John's comics with mustaches.
Because only adults can grow a mustache. Or wait,
Yeah.
I guess like teenage boys can, but
yeah.
Oh no.
Daddy, I need help reviewing my science quiz.
We're prepping the show. We're like getting some things ready. So just not right now.
Dad,
just be patient, please. Just a little bit.
you guys are live.
What?
You're live.
No.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Sorry.
Off to a good start. Week 2.
Oh wow. Busted.
Oh my God! Who were there? People.
There's a
people
lot,
in the chat.
There's a lot of comments.
That was
Oh God!
A lot of comments.
Like
good to see Chris Barrett in the chat.
Yeah,
Hey,
Chris Barrett.
To a lot
Thanks for joining.
For racist jokes. This week I'm apologizing to Drew Monteith.
You should still apologize for the racist jokes.
I'll apologize for that as well.
Yeah, we can make time for that. Let's make time for that.
Hello and welcome to the greatest comic book show ever.
Still, despite that.
It's Greatester this week.
Greatestest.
It's the greatestest. Still working on how all that works, but welcome in. We got Mr. Bear Island Comics over there next door, my next door neighbor. Downstairs,
right.
Mr. Roper, Comic Books Misexplained down below.
We're giving you a hug virtually.
And down there in the corner, I don't even know how to do that. Down there, what that one? That way, down there. There's a whale of a tail down there. And all of their channels are linked down below, but come on, who cares? Really? Nobody is checking the description of anybody's videos. Give me a freaking break.
Clearly they don't, because I've put things in my description that are supposed to have links after them and just forgot, and nobody said anything. So
legitimate.
Free comics here at this link, and
I've done the thing where like people hide prizes in terms and conditions. That's not true. I just lied.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend all my time combing through descriptions to try to win prizes.
Oh my gosh. So I'm not shouting out the chat. That's just my thing. I don't feel like doing it on the greatest comic show ever. Does anybody feel like doing it?
We have too much to discuss.
Right?
But hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Just a blanket greeting. Hello.
Right?
Thanks for
Welcome,
being here
people.
just as we started the live show.
Yeah, just as we started 2 minutes ago.
Comfortably late.
You know what? I think anyone who
Yeah.
was here before we realized we were live is a creep. Is a total
Really?
creep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop
Who
tailgating.
watches
Invasion
that?
of privacy.
Tailgating.
Voyeurism. It's weird.
Awkward.
God.
Do you guys notice anything different about my setup?
You have a 9.8 behind you somewhere?
Let me look.
Is there a 9.8 hidden?
There's a Batman poster.
I've got a
Poison
Sort
ivy
of-
thing.
sort of dong-shaped apparatus hanging near my head. It's kind of weird.
It's a robot stick.
Yeah, in my efforts to be more like Drew Manchu, I've gotten
Mistletoe.
a legitimate microphone. I hope I sound a little bit better than I did last week because I thought I sounded like crap.
Ooh, I
I
like it.
don't know that
It's like robot mistletoe.
hanging your microphone like a flaccid schwanger makes it sound any better. It's just cool.
No, it's a new mic. It's a whole new
Yeah.
microphone.
Oh, you got a new Yeti.
It's
Yes,
IG69.
I bought the Drew Manchu model of
IG69.
Yeti microphone.
IG69.
It's a Drew dong.
Spoilers for Mandalorian.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. It's like distracting. Like it's just there, like right in front of your face.
That's
Did I just kill it? Did I kill the
just
show?
like John's mustache.
I think it's awkward at
Yeah.
best. Yeah. My mustache is
Is that the new show title? Awkward at best.
Yeah. Ooh, John Thomas. Awkward at best.
I think that should be like the subtitle.
Yeah, right. It's a Yeti dong, says
That's right.
Chris. He
Man,
is
he-
in the chat. Holy cow.
He is in the chat. Love that guy.
So we usually start with a little bit of, hey, what's going on in your comic world? What's noteworthy to discuss with you? Does anybody have something that needs to be talked about?
Oh boy. All right. So today, this is a long day for me. Wednesdays are hella long. I wake up at 5 a.m. and I keep going until now. So I'm super tired. But also before this, Drew Manchu and I have a little get together before the show. Yeah, Drew Manchu, baby. And today we discussed Annihilation Scourge. And so I'm new to Annihilation. I have no idea what I just read. So for me, honestly, my opinion between you guys and I thought it was terrible. It's the first Marvel comic book I read that had no recap or anything whatsoever before getting into it, unlike every other single Marvel book.
Your
And so,
opinion between us and not the chat because we're still not live.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait, you're live?
I'm sorry. Let me
Oh, no.
get the intro going.
Sorry. I didn't know we're live.
I was really hoping you were going to do it again.
That was awesome.
they keep letting us go live. It's weird.
I have to keep that ready every second I need that, just to be ready.
Yeah.
I think that might be our shtick.
If anything drags out for too long, just like,
Oh, I hope Drew Manchu comes on at some point.
It's like, hey, what do you think?
Yeah. Tell me your
That's it.
favorite review. Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I got something to play.
All right.
Yeah, what do you got?
Riveting.
Wow.
The sound.
You were
of
not
silence.
listening to Squad Goals, were you?
It's not really ready, but I'll play it anyway. 'Cause there's, hold on. Share screen. Share this thing.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This is the
Hey-o.
greatest comic chat. Oh,
Yeah, no, it's gonna be worth it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Well, here we go. Work in progress here. This
There's
is
no sound effects, so I'll do the sound effects by my mouth. Ready?
behind the scenes.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
This is
That was worth it, right?
That was the whole
Yeah.
thing. That was incredible.
Yeah.
That was
Chad wants to know where my sunglasses are. We went day drinking the other day last week. They're right here, bud. They're right here.
oh shoot.
Oh man, sunglasses crew. John.
I'm just hanging up here with John.
I got a couple things to show.
Yeah.
Nice. That's all I got.
Amazing.
All right, let's get back on the rails here.
Yeah, what is this, Friday?
What do you have?
Sorry.
Okay, so my note. Oh, so there's Alec. Oh yeah, that was a hot cover. I thought that was beautiful.
Oh my god, this might be my favorite art drum cover.
Yes, I almost bought that one. I want it so bad. I still need it.
Did you see the Dodson cover too? Because I thought that was gorgeous as well.
Yeah, this is better.
I'm going to buy the virgin copy of that. It's like $50, but I'm going to do it.
That noise. But I did buy this.
Oh yeah, that's the one per store, right?
Yep. So my LCS had this over eBay last week, and I looked at it, and even with my discount, I was like, I'm not going to pay for that. And then this week, they dropped the price by half plus $2 plus my discount. I got this for like $8.
Whoa!
So I couldn't say no to that. What is going on with my life?
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Back to Vampirella real quick.
Oh yeah,
John.
see that again?
John, do you feel you're more into Vampirella over the past week or so since you have a Robert Galvin-ish mustache now?
Well, to be fair, she's not a redhead, so Robert Galvin probably liked Red Sonja more. I'm guessing.
True, but
I will say that I do like me some Vampirella, and I will say that Dodson cover. And who did that one, Alex? You're holding up.
This?
Yeah.
If you listen to what I said on the show that we're on right now about 30 seconds ago,
it's Arthur Germ.
This is Mr. Arthur Germanology.
Arthur Germ.
I agreed to be on the show, not pay attention to him.
Oh,
that was not required for me.
Arthur Jamonski.
Okay.
There's the Perillo from last week.
The Pervillo.
Oh my god. Here we go.
See,
this is gonna get
a
us
difference.
Get us right
tasteful. Now. No, not. See, you messed me up.
Tasteful right here.
Not tasteful. Tasteful.
I think Chris Barrett just paused us.
Classic. That will never get old. I love it.
Oh my god. I want to mention something noteworthy for the community. We still have a few Dragonheart boxes left. I'd say in the neighborhood of 8 to 10. The link for Dragonheart boxes is in the description. And if you did want to click on something in the description, that would be the thing to click on. There's only 8 left. These are books that are Slab Dragon pedigree, even though that's not officially recognized. There is JD qualified kind of stuff here. This is great books. $40 shipped. There's only a few left. I would not be surprised if they were gone by the end of the night, but the link for the PayPal is down below. And definitely please check that out. And we'll mention it again near the end if there's any left, but it's important. Yeah, Alex.
For those of you who don't know, we're not just hawking goods here. These go towards Comic Man Andy's daughter.
No,
sorry. Midwest Comic Man.
My daughter. No, not my daughter.
No.
Oh, no, yours, not John's. No.
Midwest Comic Man.
For a child.
Daughter, Moira.
A child.
Who,
although this is not
had some open heart surgery and is doing much better, but still has a lot of medical bills and some more ways to go, as far as I understand. So it's for a good cause. We're not just selling books for the sake of selling books.
Yeah. So this is.
And congratulations on becoming a dad, Comic Man Andy.
Big time for sure.
I'm
not ready every time. It's $10 just for the shipping, and the other $30 is what goes to the family. So if you're like, well, $40 is a lot, it's shipped. $40 is shipped, and the books will come primo, packed like the Comic Core is famous for their quality and that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely, if you're curious about the books, they had a show on Sunday. You can go through and they showed a few of the boxes off.
They don't.
Yeah, this is
what about you?
Top tier TJ Watson collection. You know, so later on, we're gonna have some later on from Chad, some other guys from the Comic Core, but this is the pristine top of the line stuff. All right, so we'll have some cheaper stuff later on for everyone. But yeah, good.
What do you penthouse gentlemen got going on this week?
I got some books.
Chris Bear just got excited again.
I got these books. I ordered what I would call the Bear Island Special, which is 2 9/6 slabs. And they came from my boy Comic Head 84 in the chat. So we got the first Bishop, which my copy of this, I literally was drawing on top of it and tracing as a kid. So you can see the indentation. So a 9/6 is a big jump up for me. And then the one I would
harmonica each time I see that cover.
I would be excited for this one.
Oh, so that's the book.
This is the book. A 9/6 of the first Jubilee, which again, now I can do the slabbed and raw I can go back and forth.
Interesting.
They just Alec, I knew you could appreciate. I'm sure yours is a 9.8 somewhere. I went Bear Island.
I do not have a slab copy yet.
I think John just started a new dance craze. The slab and raw.
The slab.
Slab and raw.
Slab and slab.
Yeah.
But he packaged them beautifully. It was a great deal. I'm super pumped to
Nation.
have these in my collection. So thank you to Kenny, Comic Head 84. And hello to Lords of the Long Box. Thank you, TiVo, for cruising by.
Great show earlier too.
Yeah.
I was up in that chat.
Anybody
Back
else
to
have any noteworthy, important things to bring up? What's going on in your world there, Adam?
Well, I just want to point out real quick that back in the Dragonheart boxes, if you don't own something from TJ Watson's collection, you haven't actually started collecting comics yet.
True.
So I look forward to beginning my collection soon. With
And
the
TJ never sells books, so this may be your only chance to get some.
That's right.
Yeah. In my world presently, this arrived in my house just today.
Ooh.
It's a package.
Open it.
From
Open it.
I don't know if you
Open it.
guys have heard. There's a new grading service on the scene. Oh man, my camera's all.
Tell me more.
It's kind of a boutique grading service. It's called DGC Grading. There's only been a couple books that I know of slabbed by them, and the return address on this says DGC Grading. So that's a little bit disappointing because I think DGC Grading is run by D-Runk Comics, and I was hoping he would send me his Hulk 181 that he recently received. I would be, I guess, the second AOK recipient from him this week to be disappointed by not getting that, but
that was this D-Runk. DGC.
Yeah, this is from D-Runk.
Awesome.
Lots and lots of bubble wrap. I'm going to save this in case I need to mail something out. I will check for a note.
You shouldn't have given it away, John.
It's courtesy, right? Check for a note.
Everyone would have thought it was Chad talking about you.
Well, it was funny for half a second, and then it went to another layer of funny, right?
Well, did it?
I don't see a note. I'll check the
Did
box
it really?
real quick.
Well, did it?
No note. All right. It's in a...
He's got the beard.
Already envelope.
Yeah, we can like although he has a mustache in the thing. Is Adam still unwrapping this thing?
Yeah, God, this is
My ear.
I'm
My
really into
freaking
how people
ears.
wrap things.
I want it on record. I opened mine in advance so that they were ready to go.
Good man.
Yeah, well, you just...
See, that's why you got the mustache.
You ruined the spontaneity of it, didn't you? Is this really loud?
it is not quiet.
It was not as loud as Jason when he was going through his papers right next to his table there.
There is a note. Dear Mr. Island. It's accurate.
Funny.
Enclosed here is a Near Mint Plus copy of Undiscovered Country signed by Charles Soule and Scott Snyder.
Ooh.
The signatures were witnessed by our head grader, George S.
Oh, George.
Please be on the lookout for the DGC invoice. Yours truly, George something. CEO, head grader CFO, and head custodial engineer. DGC grading and trolling. Well, I'm not sure that's how it's quite supposed to be.
That looks awesome. I
But-
like it.
That's sort of... I think there's a label up here that I'm supposed to be able to see, but maybe in
Yeah,
transit.
the problem with those, I've run into this with those, what do you call them? Whatever the brand that is of those cases, they pull the covers off books.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to see the label, so vamp, guys, while I figure this
Vamp.
out.
Yeah.
John, do your new dance craze that's sweeping the nation, the slab and raw.
Play the intro.
I almost let it go the whole time on that one.
All right, well,
See that label?
See if we can get the label on here.
Ooh,
Look at that
9.6.
look at the
I like it.
craftsmanship
Man, that's
Craftsmanship.
awesome.
of
I love
DGC Signature Edition.
I'm going to be
Everything you
honest
want-
and say that's better than
there.
CGC.
Thank you for being honest. I agree.
It is. It's beauty.
I mean, I like how it matches the colors of the book.
Yeah, that's
No,
awesome.
It just shows in the effort that was made. You know, he didn't just send this out. You know,
I'm not even joking. I'm saying that's actually better than CGC label. That's so good. I love the colors and like the color gradients on it. Yeah. His logo on the top right. It's awesome. The red color just pops in the number. It's sweet.
Whoever this George guy is, he can really make labels.
And one hell of a custodian.
And there's a QR code on the back.
Scan it.
Oh, man.
Well, not on air, because who knows what that could be.
Thank you, George. Whoever you are from DGC, I will patronize your business in the near future, hopefully. Thank you so much.
I've heard good old George S has become quite the comic colorist too.
Yeah? Out of necessity?
Well, some may say.
We don't want to make it uncomfortable and talk about that.
Yeah. Sorry, Mark Bagley.
All right. A-okay. Complete.
A-okay.
A-okay with me.
Wow.
It's okay with you.
What's next?
So next we're going to start
that intro.
We're going to start a new segment here on the show where each one of us has a little bit of time to do something unique for themselves that they want to be doing here on the channel. I had Adam as Markdown first, but does anybody really want to go first on their segment and what they want to talk about?
No, I forgot a prop, so I'm not going to go first.
Oh no. Okay.
So does anybody else really want to go first on what we got left here?
I mean, I can go first, I guess, but I'm not sure how long it'll go before my internet starts slowing down or lagging. But
so I'm gonna go first, I guess. We don't have a lot of people left on the show here now. I'm just gonna. It's Adam and I. No, I'm just kidding, Jason. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
No. I was hoping you were gonna go for real.
I'll go. So here's what I'm gonna do.
When we switch now.
Oh no.
I'm shuffling the deck here, brother. Be ready for it. So each week I'm going to have the royal family here. I'm going to be introducing and inducting people into my royal family. This is somewhat akin to Bear Island's Royal Guard. I'm going to be pulling people from the history of comics, artists, writers, stories from comics, and of course, people here in the YouTube community. And each week, my goal is to pick one and induct them into my royal family. And obviously I'm wearing the shirt for a reason. There's royalty in the world and we want to bring it into this comic community. And I couldn't think of anybody who would be more fitting for that first slot than the king himself, King Kirby. And what I kind of decorated my my station here with tonight was a lot of Kirby greatness. I couldn't think of anybody that I thought was more impactful on the history of comics for me than Jack Kirby, whether it's Marvel, whether it's DC. The man was a writer. He was an artist. And Alec is going to have Frog is back. So we are talking about the King, Jack Kirby. I've been a huge fan of all of my life. And you're there. I see you. And I really do think from an artistic standpoint, as far as having a vision for his style that is recognizable instantly, but also having the an idea man stories. We're talking about creation of some of the all-time great villains, Darkseid, heroes, Mr. Miracle, and then of course all the work over at Marvel from the very beginning. So the number one person I'd have to pick to go into a royal family with John's Comics with Kids, King John Free, it's got to be Jack Kirby.
I would argue that Tildwell and Hoover's style is almost as recognizable.
That's right, Manfrog.
All right, so who is next?
Boy, oh boy.
It's going to be a long show.
Show off my Kirby collection, but this is awkward now.
Nailed it.
Only because it was funny. I'm going to let you stay for a little while longer. I know that later on, Alec is going to bounce me a lot from the book. Right. Alec seems like he's got his props in order. What are we doing on Alec's segment?
We much discussed the title of my segment. I like the apothecomicary. So
say that again.
The apothecomicary.
Oh my god.
This is my hipster segment.
The glasses as well. Okay.
Where
I wish you had a bow tie.
yeah, I should have gotten one of those black and white scarves.
Yes.
Where I show off some more hipster comics that I own. And welcome to the Apothecomicary. So I'm also after I show my comics, I also have one other thing to show off. I got these this week. Very excited about them. This is Graphique Musique #1.
Ooh.
And for those of you that don't know, this is the first published work by Mike Allred. That was more geek, sorry. For those of you who don't know.
There's got to be more mansplaining.
Yeah. Hipster splaining. So there's that. Then I got...
I read the first issue. It was okay.
Graphic Music #1, which is the first color appearance of Madman. But I know what you're saying. Oh, but do you have the first black and white appearance of Madman? Because that's the true first. Well, bam, there it is.
Whoa.
I was saying,
I was hoping everyone else was gonna be gone by the time I came back.
I was saying I can do that face really easily.
Oh, that's only if John starts doing spec.
I can do that.
So these are top-notch quality books. You probably haven't heard of them. 7.5, really?
Dude, I've heard of Mike Allred.
Yeah, but have you heard of Graphique Musique?
No.
Every Thursday.
That's why you got 7.5.
Okay, fair enough. I have to start off.
It's out of 10.
I have to start off. I got to ease you into the Apothecomicary.
Thank you. What a gentleman.
Yeah. And as like Jason does his album of the week, I'm going to do my cassette of the week.
All right, cool. I have plenty of cassettes up top upstairs. I still collect cassettes.
So I'm also
How? Where are they?
I'm such an underground hipster that I still buy
Landfill?
cassettes because I'm an idiot. No, there's actually a huge there's a lot of like black metal bands that release stuff just on cassettes. So there's certain albums and EPs that you can only buy on cassettes. And there's such like a weird demand for cassette like tape that if you were to press cassette tape on a factory, you have like a 6-month wait because there's a shortage on that stuff. It's such a weird thing happening now. So there's a huge demand for it now. All of a sudden, there's a cassette day of the year now. Also, like record store day. I don't know. It's picking up again. So all hipsters unite.
Yeah, black metal and dungeon synth and like a lot of weird subgenres like that have this resurgence of because we grew up listening to our music on cassettes, and so when we're nostalgic and feel like, oh, I want to listen to some music the way I used to listen to music, whereas 10 years ago it was record albums with nerds from the 60s and 70s listening to their Beatles or whatever. We want to listen to stuff like Dark Throne and this album by Alcest that just came out.
Incest?
Oh, nice. Alcest. Alcest was also made by my record label, 20 Bucks Spin. They did a split with Atriarch. Alcest and Atriarch, which we put out.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I love these guys. I've seen them 3 times. This album's called Spiritual Instinct, and look how cool look how cool this looks. You probably can't see, but it's.
They actually borrowed my pedals one night for a show.
Well, okay, you win. I'm not doing this segment anymore.
What?
Jason is the new king hipster. I'm done with these glasses.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was hoping they'd be on Jason now.
That was the now dead Apothecomicary.
We need to work on our special.
Soon to be called Penny Farthings and Antiquities.
Yeah, that was one of my other. That was one of my other suggestions.
The manager.
Yeah, and then we put a kibosh on it.
Manager
We
is
want to
friends
go
with my
through
buddy.
200 names like we did last week. Uh-oh.
Sorry,
the lag's starting to get us.
Hardcore. So, I have no idea what's going on. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I was going to say Alcest is friends with my buddy, their manager, and they messaged me asking if they can borrow pedals, and so I had to bring like my pedals to their show one night. and they got me in for free, and a friend too. And I got to make friends with them and stuff. And it was a good show. My little segment, I'm gonna be a dummy because I'm a professional dummy on the side. So I'm gonna share screen and hopefully it won't lag too much.
I'm a professional dummy up front.
Nice. So here we go. So I'm sharing my screen.
Sam, I am Comics says that segment had a good run.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys see. Okay, you do. Okay, so there's just some dummies. I'm gonna pimp my Facebook page, Comics Misexplained. I just reached a little high mark of 3,000 page likes. Nice work, thank you, Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is
one of the love that cover.
Ones I made said at 40 I get twice as high, and they have a little Hulk in the corner says hell yeah brother, and that was a huge hit. People were really stoked on that one when I released it.
That's
the Mandalorian.
That is
a little baby Yoda.
I love anything with the two ladies and the cat. I cannot get enough memes of that.
This one was huge. This one reached over 2 million people and had 35,000 shares and 2,000 likes. So your boy is getting likes, and I put a bunch of other bonus ones I made in the chat.
Oh my gosh!
What a baby Yoda! Got some salami. Don't care. Not the mama. Thank you. That was one of my favorite ones I made. Was not the mama.
Spoilers for the Mandalorian, by the way.
That's right. There's
spoilers. The Mandalorian is not the mama.
That's right. Oh, I'm trying to figure. Hopefully this loads. Oh, geez. All right, here we go. Here's a Britney Spears one. I'm tired of Earth. These people. I'm tired of being caught in the tangle of their lives. The CIA created ISIS. I'm sorry. I'm gonna skip past that one.
Wow.
Whoops.
Okay. Whoops. Okay, boomer. Vibe check.
Well, I guess you're the John of this week.
Yep. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip that one too. I'm gonna skip that one. There's Joker skateboarding, which is pretty awesome.
So Joker dying, you mean?
Oh yeah.
Oh geez, you took that guy. Holy crap.
Does that guy know how to skateboard?
Oh yeah.
I'd say so.
He does pretty well.
All right.
That's pretty fun.
No, there he goes again.
He's falling a lot.
All right. Come on, load. Oh yeah, Epstein was murdered.
Oh jeez.
Cool. There you go again.
Oh yeah, good fellow. All right, I apologize. We're gonna end my segment. I'm gonna.
Can I have my segment back now?
Oh my god, this is hilarious. And he's gone. And then he just vanished.
Wow.
Hey.
So good news is, folks, we still have three.
Why did the hipster burn his mouth on the pizza?
Why, Alec?
Because he liked it before it was.
He ate it before it was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He liked it before it was cool.
Should we get into word
so far, we've had several people have to leave our show because of their segments. Adam, good luck, brother. You're up.
Oh. You want to do word bubbles then?
No, brother. It's time for you. Whatever you got. Are you good this week? Are you gonna?
Yeah, I can quickly. Let me just quickly show something off.
Next week.
I got some original art back that I commissioned in Baltimore. I've showed this only on Instagram so far. So
YouTube World exclusive.
Yeah. This is a double like a connecting cover sort of concept I had. With our buddy Jim Gordon and Jim Hopper from Stranger Things. This was done by Ryan G. Brown.
It came out so good.
Who was honest with me at Baltimore and was like, listen, man, what you're asking for, it's going to take some time. And I'm not going to get it done here at the convention. So why don't you give me a bunch of money now?
and trust me.
And just show your trust. Put your trust on display. And I will send you these.
I left
eventually.
my pens in the car.
So about a week and a half went by, and I was like, "Hey, Ryan G. Brown." I was Instagram messaged him, and I said, "Hey, how's it going on that commission?" And of course, he had come down with the flu and hadn't done anything in like a full week.
The con flu.
The other day, these arrived. It was a nice surprise because I wasn't
expecting him ever
checking all the time, and I wasn't pestering him. But I just thought it'd be fun if these two detectives teamed up and
Good
to face some sort of big threat that who knows what it is, but
the popularity of beards, that's their threat.
At least,
plus they
Dark
go well
multiverse.
with, at least well with John's mustache. So
at least they have the correct color hair.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. True.
That's a step.
You don't have to track them down. You know. That's awesome. That looks awesome. That looks so good. That's very cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I shot the idea around to a bunch of artists, and they didn't seem excited. Like they seemed a little bit scared of it. They were like, because a lot of them don't want to draw Jim Hopper because he's from TV and people only know him as like a real person.
And you have to like do a caricature. Oh my god.
Yeah. So Ryan Brown was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, let's do that." And then he made fun of Comic Kid 84 for not having watched Stranger Things. So I instantly liked him.
Awesome.
That's the weight. They're gorgeous.
Did he make it out to Biggie Shack?
No, this was pre that concept, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Word bubbles.
What about John? What about me? What do you mean? I'm right here. And I'm about to segue us into our next segment, which we're still spending a little time talking about. Oh, sorry. Jason's holding a finger up. He's got a pause moment.
Pointing towards you, bud.
Oh, pointing to me. Okay. I thought I was asking a question. Mr. John.
I forget you're a teacher. Excuse me, sir. May I please ask a question? Sorry.
We're still here giving. Oh, sorry. We're still here to give advice on good collecting strategies, good do's and don'ts. Last week, apparently, a lot of people went out and drunk bought comics and let me know about it. So I'm sorry about that. Apparently, that was in the bad advice column, and I messed that up. So I wanted to talk a little bit about knowing what auctions to buy from. And I'll tell you right now, one of the key markers I've noticed for when I like an auction, and there's a lot of them on Instagram, there's a lot of them on YouTube. I start first and foremost, and this is serious, by checking who is in the chat and then talking to those people. So like I see Alec in the chat, I'll ask him like, "Hey, have you bought from these guys before? What do you think of them?" Right. And I had Boyhood 7, he had a person he was thinking of buying from, and he asked around before he bought from that person. And I think it can't be said enough that you want to think about who you're buying from before you buy. I know this is a radical idea pushing, but when it comes to a new auction online that you find or a new Instagram, there's a lot of people who sell.
Yeah, you gotta think. Jason.
I'm sorry, I'm more interested in the doggo. I got lost.
The show was going really well until I got a serious moment.
Everyone wants to know about the doggo. Show us the doggo.
No. She doesn't like being picked up, so she might fight me. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Come here, you. Come here.
For the audience.
This is Daenerys.
By demand.
Her name was super cool up until a few months ago.
Why?
Spoilers for Game of Thrones.
Well, oh, no.
Game of Thrones
season. You're the caregiver of the Mother of Dragons.
She's like, what am I doing? I just got to go to the bathroom. That's why I came in here.
Mother of Puppers.
You gonna let me out or what, dude?
Mother of Puppers. Master of Puppers.
She's like, how do I get out of here? She's like looking for.
Well, I think we all are feeling a little bit of that here at the 38th minute on this show.
Wow.
Not that I'm counting. I'm just saying.
We can see the counter.
Yeah. They can't. I'm saying I can't.
Speaking of auctions, right here on the Comic Core channel, Drew Manchu is hosting an auction tomorrow with me and DS and I believe Bake.
Snake. Nice.
Yeah. So let me restate my purpose then. Question the people you're buying from.
Yeah.
The other three are good to go. Me.
Is Jim Manchu still doing his Hulk auction for a statue, or not auction but giveaway, right? I think it's still going on.
Yeah.
Hulk statue giveaway by Jim Manchu. I think you just have to comment on a Comic Core video. I think in general,
that's exactly it.
Automatically in the drawing. So
the video for that is easy to find. It's not very long, and it's got the big Hulk image. So if you click on it, you'll get all the details for the Comic Core Drew Manchu giveaway.
Cool.
Boom.
Sweet.
Boom.
I've got
Good tip, Sean.
I've got a collecting apothecary. I got a collecting tip for you. Something that I have started trying to kind of change my perception on the last couple weeks is to stop worrying what my collection is worth and just worry about what it's worth to me. Because if I just buy books, which I've gotten into the habit of just buying books at a comic shop, because I say, oh, well, this guy's got it for less than I can sell it for on eBay. But besides doing occasional auctions, like when do I ever sell books? I never put them on eBay. So why am I buying a book I don't really care about just because it's worth $10 and I can get it for $5? And then it sits in a box and I look at it and say, well, I remember when I suckered this guy out of $5. It doesn't make me feel good.
I think about that a lot. I suckered that guy. I got that $5.
Like when you buy a truck, number one, you're like, yeah, baby, I got that for $10.
Hey, well, I've already got mine double signed, so.
That's right.
Thanks, Comic Man Andy. Thanks, Life with Two YouTubers.
I will say, I know Comic Man Andy.
Thanks, Chad.
I really do love the fact that
Thanks, Comic Books NYC. Look at all those glowing responses to my advice.
Top tips.
We're gonna get
Boy, you really got out of that chair fast.
I was really hoping all of you were going to be gone.
One day we'll time that correctly.
Yes.
But and Andy will be the one to laugh in the chat.
Well, the problem is, like, when you run that, I can't see anybody else. So I didn't know he was gone until we all came in.
That's the fun of it. Like 3 people will just decide to go.
I'm parting the curtain right here. Just let's move on.
There'll be 1 person left.
We ready for bubbles?
Yeah, we're on to the end of our show here. We like to end with a little word bubble of the week. And thank you to Bear Island for
almost the end.
This epic graphic. Word bubbles of the week.
Oh, word bubbles.
Awesome. And we're going to look at some comic book word bubbles that we loved and share them with you.
Oh, hey, that's me.
That is you.
I did that so we would know who's first because I forgot.
Look at me. I'm Alec. I'm a hipster. Check out my pictures over here.
Speaking of hipster, Animal Man #1. Alec, you want to talk us through this?
Yeah, this is by at the time a somewhat little known writer named Jeff Lemire, and this was a New 52 relaunch back in 2011. And go ahead and show the panel.
That's the page it's from.
Ooh.
And here's the panel.
Yeah. So the in case you can't read it, the word bubble directly before says "We are the rot and the red," and the word bubble that really just strikes my fancy is "We are the flesh made sickness." I thought that was really, really badass. That dude is friggin' scary as all hell. Animal Man is freaking out as just he's not even a bag of bones. He's a bag of veins.
He is down with the sickness.
He is not down with the sickness, but that weird bear thing is.
Yes.
What do you mean? Weird bear thing. What do you mean?
It's a little disturbing. Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay.
It's a little bit funny.
Let's move on. I've said too much.
Hello.
Sorry.
John, this is you.
I have been on a real kick catching up now that I got this DC Universe app, reading some of the older Batman books that I haven't spent enough time with, and definitely rereading some of the King books that I liked, such as the one that Alec and I sat and reviewed last week on Book Club with Old Wolf. This was another one that, though, right after we finished, I wanted to go back and reread. This is from this is the annual #2, Date Night's Last Rites. Really a phenomenal read if you've never read it. For me, it reminds me a lot of Year One. The art style, the way they do Catwoman's costume and everything, great stuff. And all through it, you have Catwoman basically, I don't want to say pranking Bruce or Batman, but definitely challenging his thinking on how he does things and how good he is at his job. And she's always leaving these little mice everywhere when she successfully steals something from him. And the mice are always squeaking at Bruce. And so if you want to roll to the panel I picked is, I just think it's hilarious that when he finally bests her and catches her, all he does is just say, squeak.
That's all he needs to say. It says it all.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't like Tom King's Batman, but like his best stuff he's written for Batman are the annuals. I recommend the annuals, like almost every single one. They're always a lot of fun.
For me, like, who would ever put that word into Batman's mouth but Tom King?
Squeak.
Like,
Squeak.
I almost can't picture how he says it. It's hilarious. He's in the doorway. He's caught there, and he just.
John, I need to correct you. It's not in his mouth. It's in a word bubble that's quite far away from his mouth, actually.
All right, moving on.
I thought it was really funny. Now you're on the ground floor.
That's okay. It's where I belong.
I went with a little Donny Cates, Cosmic Ghost Rider, the original run miniseries.
Best one. Mm-hmm.
I love this. He's fighting Thanos, and I think it's in the future or something. He's just trying to convey to him, like, you're not going to win this. Like, you don't understand. You don't understand how powerful I am. So the quote is, "Do you have any idea how much I hold back to not destroy worlds as I walk?" Like, that's some Galactus level stuff there.
Badassery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what an awesome thing to say. To not destroy worlds as I walk.
I mean,
Just going for a stroll.
It's pretty cool. He's not the flesh made sickness, though.
Or just simply squeak.
It's not a contest, John.
He started it.
No, I didn't. I was making a joke. He started it. Don't you dare.
I'm going to come down there.
Alec, are you excited for the return of Animal Man?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, yeah. I don't have a pen on the show. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So sorry. I was holding off there.
We're just fresh.
Well, I'm glad we're off air now because that was a nightmare.
Oh my God. What a train wreck.
We didn't even get to the Batman thing. Like,
No. And you
4
guys
hours
ignored my little booty picture. And that's fine. Whatever.
I think
you know who didn't ignore it is Chris Barrett. He's probably still paused.
Yeah, he's probably still in the chat, I bet.
Oh, shoot.
He was definitely digging on it. I don't know.
Hey, guys.
He might have paused the whole.
We're still definitely live.
We're still live? I
I
thought you
doubt
clicked
that.
off.
I doubt that very much.
Hey, how about that Batman thing?